And I'm just praying that there is a heartbeat and that the baby is where it needs to be. There has been a lot that's been happening. It's been kind of a crazy couple of weeks. I did not expect to have the test come back positive, to be honest. James and I had discussed trying, but then decided to wait until after my student teaching and then until after our Disneyland trip. God had other plans. I always tell James that, you know, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans, and that's kind of how life works. And you think that I would get that a lot more and stop planning everything in my life, but I'm a planner and I will probably be a planner through and through. It's times like these that I've really had to trust in God and that He has a plan, and I may not see it at the moment, but it's there. It's been a relationship builder, I think, for James and I, because it was a really hard time there for a while. So I found out that I was pregnant at the middle of June, mid-June, and it was the weekend before my last week of school. And it was shocking, it was crazy, and just completely unexpected. And I won't lie, I had a freak out moment and almost instantly told James, and then realized that I didn't want him to find out that way. I wanted this to be something exciting.
Thank you. Did you buy... Are you serious?
Fast forward to Monday, I get up to go to work and I have quite a bit of spotting. I texted my coworkers. I was just like, hey guys, not coming in today. I'm really, really sorry. So I wake up James and tell him that we'll need to call the doctor. And knowing that I'm Rh negative, I knew I was going to have to get a RhoGAM shot at some point. I was kind of hoping to put it off till a little later, but that apparently was not in the cards.
So it's been about 48 hours since we found out that Ash was pregnant, and she's already having some spotting and some issues, like not feeling well. So we called into the doctors, and she's having to come in and get a RhoGAM shot as well as get some blood work done to try and figure out what's going on. So we were really excited for the first 48 hours, and now we don't know. So.
And it was the week right before we went to Disneyland, and they wanted to make sure that my numbers were increasing. So they took it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Monday, they also gave me the RhoGAM shot. Now, the RhoGAM shot, for those of you who don't know, are for women who are Rh negative. They have it because our bodies are crazy, and we just need it to be able to keep the baby safe. Got the shot. I just relaxed the rest of the day, and that was the hardest thing. I just kind of sat there. I had spotting with baby Chick, but it was never like the spotting that I had. Anyway, it was hard. I just kind of sat there. It was a rough day, and we just kind of all sat around, and James, I tried to let him get some work done. Baby Chick kind of was realizing that I was having a tough day, and we just took it easy. And sometimes you have to do that. So there was a lot more TV than normal, and we were reading books a lot and just kind of coloring in bed. I decided to go to work the rest of the week just because it was my last week, and the kids were already, doing the we don't want you to go, and I was already having a tough time, and I just kind of wanted to keep my mind off of things. And so I told my coworker, and she was like, you're putting your feet up, you're taking it easy, you're not doing anything, you are just, sitting and chilling. And, that's kind of what I did. I had my feet up, and I was sitting and I was chilling, and just, trying to keep my mind off of everything else. On Friday, I got all of my numbers and they were increasing. The spotting had kind of stopped. And so I was like, okay, I can do Disneyland. It'll be fine. Having to go on an airplane with, everything that was going on, I was nervous and anxious, and it was through the roof. And I was trying to pretend like everything was okay, because I don't want baby Chick to be like a scared flyer. I don't want that for her at all. And so I was trying to be like, hey, it's so fun, it's totally cool, while on the inside I'm like, ah! We got home and I had more spotting, which was a little, again, disconcerting, because with baby Chick my spotting pretty much stopped after I got the RhoGAM shot. So I thought I was clear, I was good, we were out of the woods, and it just kind of proved not to be so. And being in another state and not at home, it was just tough for me. And I felt bad, because then the next 3 days were VidCon, and James was like, people are asking where you are, and I was like, just tell them that I have baby Chick, and tell them we're napping, and tell them this. And I didn't do a whole lot. We didn't do a whole lot of VidCon. And I want to say thank you to James for being so understanding and being like, no, it's fine, just stay home, or just stay at the hotel. And baby Chick and I did a lot of swimming, and a lot of just looking around our hotel and not doing a lot of any major walking or sightseeing. And she loved it. She loved getting to do a lot of swimming. And then James would come and get her, and they would go to, jump or whatever. At the end of the day, I would use up all the energy that I had, because I've been really tired too. And I'd use up all the rest of my energy, and we would go out to dinner with somebody, or we went bowling that one night. And, I just kind of expelled all the energy I had, because I was kind of just emotionally and physically just done and exhausted. I was basically in the hotel room, I was just crying, telling James I wanted to go home. Because I knew that Disneyland was ahead, and I knew how excited his family was, and I knew how excited baby Chick was. And then there's me with this anxiety going on about what's going on and all of that. So, he kind of talked me down, and he was like, it'll be okay, we're going to take it easy. And I was like, okay. So we had a day of kind of rest. We went to downtown Disney, because we had to check out of the hotel, and we hung out there for a little bit, and then we went to the Airbnb, and I got to take a nap, and then we went and did Build-A-Bear and stuff. And so we went to Build-A-Bear, and the girls all loved it. I'm sure you've seen that video. If not, I'm sure there'll be a dot or a link or whatever happens. So went to Build-A-Bear, we went home, and the next morning we got up bright and early and headed to Disneyland, and it was really fun. It was really hot. When I'm talking hot, I'm not talking oh, it's kind of hot outside. I'm talking I'm sweating my booty off hot. I was trying to stay in the shade a lot, because I couldn't go on some of the, more exciting rides. I was really sad that I missed baby Chick's first time on Splash Mountain, and, the Grizzly River Run and all that stuff. But I figured, I know that with our family, this will not be the last time that baby Chick comes to Disneyland. Yes, it was her first time, but I still get to see it through the vlogs, and that kind of gave me some comfort. We decided to go back to the Airbnb to have all the kids take a nap and just kind of relax and get out of the sun. And at that point I had quite a bit more than spotting. basically we thought we lost the baby. And I called my sister and asked her what she thought I should do. I just kind of want to take the time, thanks Stace for answering all of my phone calls and all of my text messages while I was there. I mean, I was basically harassing my sister 24/7 while I was on vacation for 2 weeks. Might as well have just taken her with me, it would have been easier. But honestly, I would not have been able to make it through without you, without James, and without the major support system. My mom was sending me scriptures. Christy, you kept me laughing, so thank you. Thank you for keeping me uplifted and in your prayers, and thank you, James, for dealing with my hormonal self. You honestly were awesome, even though I was hormonal and probably didn't tell you thank you at the time. Anyway, let's move on. So, James and I looked up an urgent care and saw that there was one that was 24 hours, and at that point, I couldn't bring myself to miss any more time with baby Chick. And I know that, if you miscarry, there's not much that you can do. It's all in God's hands, and at that point I was trying my hardest to stay strong. So since it was 24 hours, we finished out the day. I just decided that I was going to finish it out, and then when we came back, we would put baby Chick to bed and we would go to the doctor, because I didn't want her to know at that point that anything was going on. So late at night, we went to the urgent care, and apparently 24 hours in Anaheim time means 9 p.m. So it was closed. So instead we got a chicken sandwich, and we went back and slept and woke up bright and early so we could be the first ones to urgent care in the morning. And baby Chick went with our family, and they got to spend time at Disneyland. The doctors did a few tests. One of them came back that I was still pregnant, and it was positive. And so she said that was a good sign. And then I got checked, and she said everything was looking good. And then I had my blood drawn, and I had to wait, she said, 24 hours to find out if my numbers went up, because that's the big one. If my numbers were still going up, it was a good sign. 24 hours in Anaheim means 72, just so you know. I waited and I waited and I waited and I waited, and I called and I called, and no, we still don't have them. No, we can't find your, number. Oh, wait. So it was a really frustrating time for a mother who just needed answers. I hadn't felt like I was pushing myself the first day, but I guess maybe I did more than I knew. And in the heat, I guess that, would play a part. And I wasn't really thinking about how much I might have pushed myself, because I felt like I was sitting most of the time. But we took it easier. And then the next day we took it really, really easy as well. The spotting and everything else just kind of stopped. And I felt like I could kind of breathe a sigh of relief. We got a car and we drove to Heidi and John's from while they were napping. And I just want to thank Heidi for really being there as well. She and I one night just kind of sat down and we got to talk, and it was really nice, because I know she's been through through some tough pregnancy situations, and So that kind of eased everything, and finally got a call from the doctor, and my numbers were still going up, which was super great. The nurse did not have real good bedside manner, was saying some things that I don't think anybody should be saying to any patient or telling a new mother or a worried mother. Basically, I was given the option of being able to get my blood drawn again in California, or they told me I could just wait and do it or call my doctor and see what they want to do when I got home. And I was like, you know what? Haven't had a whole lot of great experience with California. I'm sure that there are great people, great doctors, great nurses, but I'm just gonna wait. So I called mine and they said, let's get the blood test, and if your numbers are still going up, then let's just do an ultrasound to make sure and give you peace of mind, which I'm so excited about. And I'm just praying that there is a heartbeat and that the baby is where it needs to be. So that's where we are. That's 0 to 8-ish weeks. We'll find out more tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be able to let you know. So thanks for watching, and I guess we'll see you later.